Hello guys, today we're gonna make tortellini and cappelletti and I'm gonna show you my favorite way to do it. So we start making the dough. We are gonna need 200 grams of flour and 2 large eggs. Make a wheel with the flour, crack the egg in the center, get a fork and start beating those eggs lightly in the center. The goal is not letting those eggs running all across the table, so you just keep them there, and little by little while beating them you start taking in a little bit of the flour all around. When the mixture in the center is a little bit more solid, you start folding in all the rest of the flour like that, folding in, beating it in, make sure that all the flour is almost absorbed, and when that's enough just put aside the fork, get a scraper which has two purposes. One is to keep the work surface clean and helping you binding in the dough. When you're done with that, you use your finger and you binding. Keep in mind the eggs can be a little bit bigger or a little bit smaller, and if you need you can add a little bit of flour just in case. That doesn't mean you have to do it all the time. Keep working it, and when it's like that you just put it aside, cover it and let it rest for half an hour. The dough is gonna be ready to be worked when you poke it with one finger and doesn't spring back right away. At that point, just sprinkle a little bit of flour on the work surface, dust that dough, and with your pasta machine on 0 setting or the thicker setting, you just start rolling it slowly. Bring back the setting to 1, roll it again, dust the dough a little bit more with flour if you need it, bring it to 2, and now very carefully, pay attention, you fold the dough on 3 layers, press it a little bit, turn the dough 90 degrees, bring the machine back to 0 setting and repeat. 0 setting, 1 step up, roll it again, another step up, roll it again, and at this point fold it once more, always in 3 layers, press it down a little bit, rotate it 90 degrees, go back with the machine at 0 setting, and from here you can go ahead and keep rolling it until you get to the thickness of dough that you desire. Don't skip. Don't skip any step, just go from 0 to 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 until when you need it. This is very important, otherwise you might ruin the dough. And this is how the dough is gonna be looking at the end. Look at that. Nice and silky, smooth. And now we're gonna start taking care of the stuffing. Traditionally, the stuffing for the tortellini is made with raw meat, could be pork, chicken, mortadella and spices, but I have a little bit of leftover braised beef, and which will be the stuffing for agnolotti, which is another Italian stuffed pasta, and it can be used as well. It is important one thing, the stuffing has to be cold and has to be very flavorful. You can use pot roast as well if you want, it tastes very good with that, and it makes an excellent stuffing for tortellini. I use a meat grinder because I have it. I like to do it by hand. It makes a smoother stuffing, and I think that a food processor might heat up too much the meat, but you can do with that. Just pay attention, buzz the stuffing rather than just let the food processor running. When you have the stuffing ready, if you think it is too dry, you can still add a little tablespoon of ricotta, sour cream, mascarpone to make sure there is enough moisture in there. Then put it in a pastry bag and let it rest in the refrigerator for half an hour while you prepare the dough. As you can see here, I'm using a dented wheel. I don't even know if that is the right word. but I'm helping myself with the lines that I can see through the dough underneath there. Anyway, the size of the tortellini is supposed to be 1 inch by 1 inch. You can help yourself with a template, with a strip of paper or cardboard. And then when you have a little square, you can use one of the side as template as well and help yourself to cut the rest of the tortellini dough. Once you've done that, you can just put aside all the little piece of dough that is not gonna be useful, but don't throw them away because they make beautiful maltagliati and they can be amazing in a soup or just the pasta of the day after. At this point, we just drop a dot of stuffing per each tortellini. And don't worry about preparing egg wash, water or milk. You're not gonna need it. So this dough is perfect for this purpose. Doesn't stick to your finger, but it's still elastic, pliable, and once you press it to itself, with itself, it's gonna stick to each other. So now you're gonna see the first, which is tortellini. That's how you do it. You seal the two edges very well. Then you roll the dough in front of the stuffing around your left index, like that. I'm gonna show you 3 kind of dumpling today. Please down below comment and let me know what is your favorite. And if you made it, please send me a picture. I will be pleased to see the result of it. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do so right now. And if you like the video, just press like. Thank you very much. That's how you make tortellini. And we are gonna make cappelletti right now. Cappelletti means little hat in Italian. These are little different shapes, still the same amount of dough and same amount of stuffing. But the most important thing in this case is that there is not a hole in front of the stuffing. The shape is slightly different. And to make them, you have to pay attention to where I land my thumbs while I'm doing it and folding the dough. My thumbs goes right on the 2 sides of where the stuffing it is. Look at that. And once again, now I'm gonna go back and forth to different shapes of tortellini and cappelletti. Please be patient, I'm gonna show you another way to make another kind of tortellini, which is simpler, a little bit faster, but still delicious. And please, as I said before, let me know down below what is your favorite one. Fold in the 2 edges, roll it around your index. That's how you make it. And this is how you make the other shape. Now pay much attention to my left hand and my left index. Roll it around, pinch it very well, make sure that the dough is as thick as it is around all the dumplings so it cooks evenly. And this, you have to do it for any of those dumplings, for the tortellini and cappelletti as well. Pinch it very well, goes around, and that's it. So normally cappelletti, tortellini are served in a nice, clear, flavorful meat broth made with beef and chicken, but you can make also a nice cream sauce with Parmigiano Reggiano aged 24 months, or the sauce that you better like. If after all, those are you're gonna have to eat it with you and your family, so you know the taste of the people you have around. But this is how I'm gonna plate them, and I'm gonna show you. You cook them in boiling water unseasoned for 3 minutes. not 1 second more. And then you take them out, put it in the bowl, put a little bit of that broth that I told you, Parmigiano on top, and enjoy it. Please guys, subscribe the channel. I hope you like the video. I hope I've been able to teach you something or to share with you one of the staple of my culture. And if you like the video, please press like. See you next time. Bye bye. Ciao.